Hi everyone. In today's session we are going to discuss about H1 antihistamines or H1 receptor blockers. Okay, these are belonging to a class of autocoid antagonists, and these H1 antihistamines do not influence the formation or release of histamines. Rather, they block the receptor mediated target tissue. These H1 antihistamines, H1 receptor blockers, okay, there some of the drugs belongs to this category are cetirizine, chlorpheniramine, doxepin, doxylamine, fexofenadine, levocetirizine, hydroxyzine. Okay, these H1 receptors are of two types, first generation and second generation. First generation H1 antihistamines are widely used. They are effective, inexpensive, and they can penetrate the CNS, penetrate the central nervous system, and cause sedation. Again, these first generation anti-H1 receptors are widely used, effective, inexpensive, and they can penetrate the central nervous system and cause sedation. And they tend to interact with other receptors and producing various side effects, unwanted effects, unwanted adverse effects. They can interact with other receptors and by that they are producing an unwanted adverse effects. The second generation H1 receptors are, they do not penetrate, they do not penetrate the blood-brain barrier, BBB, blood-brain barrier. Hence they shows less CNS toxicity, less central nervous system toxicity than first generation receptors, H1 antagonists, H1 antihistamines. Okay, they do not penetrate the blood-brain barrier. By that they are showing less central nervous system toxicity than that of first generation. By that they cannot produce any side effects than compared to the first generation. Examples are of second generation are desloratadine, fexofenadine, and loratadine. These drugs shows least sedation. These drugs shows least sedation. Next, action of H1 antihistamines. The action is they blocking the H1 receptors. By that they can reflect the binding of H1 antagonists to the cholinergic, adrenergic, serotonin receptors. And next, therapeutic uses. Therapeutic uses of H1 antihistamines are, they are used to prevent the allergic and inflammatory conditions, motion sickness and nausea, and somnolence. Okay, these are the therapeutic uses of H1 receptor blockers. And next, pharmacokinetics. Pharmacokinetics. These H1 receptor blockers absorbed after oral administration, and it shows a maximum serum levels of 1 to 2 hours, and its average plasma half-life is 4 to 6 hours. It shows these H1 receptor blockers shows high bioavailability and distributed in all the tissues including central nervous system, and these are metabolized by the hepatic cytochrome P450 systems. And this cetirizine, H1 receptor blockers, the cetirizine is excreted unchanged in urine, whereas fexofenadine is excreted unchanged in feces. After single oral dose, the onset of action of this H1 receptor blockers is 1 to 3 hours, and duration of action is about at least 24 hours. The tolerance cannot be observed with this H1 antihistamines or H1 receptor blockers. Next, adverse effects of H1 antihistamines or H1 receptor blockers. Those adverse effects are sedation, dry mouth, and drug interactions. In this, the person taking MAO inhibitors, if a person taking a MAO inhibitors, you should not take antihistamines. You should not take these H1 receptor blockers or antihistamines. If a person is taking MAO inhibitors, you should not give antihistamines or H1 receptor blockers. Okay. Otherwise, because of these MAO inhibitors, this MAO can exacerbate the anticholinergic effect of antihistamines. Because of these actions, it decreases the effectiveness of cholinesterase inhibitors. By examples of the drugs like donepezil, rivastigmine and galantamine used in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. In that condition, if a person is taking MAO inhibitors, we should not take the H1 receptor blockers or antihistamines. The next one is overdoses. In this, the margin of safety is relatively high for antihistamines and the chronic toxicity is rare. This acute poisoning is observed in young children. In case of acute poisoning on central nervous system, it leads to the hallucination, excitement, ataxia and convulsions. If these conditions are untreated, it leads to coma or collapse of cardiorespiratory system. Okay, this is about the adverse effects of H1 receptor antihistamines, H1 receptor blockers. Okay, thank you. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.